Hello, everybody, and welcome to kind of an odd topic, but something I haven't seen a lot of people cover or mention, and that is G.I. Joe and Walmart exclusives. Now, I'm not talking about the upcoming, Big Ben or Range Viper for the classified series, which are exciting releases, but I think that makes a bit more sense to have as exclusives because Target got the Python Patrol and the Tiger Force sub teams for classified, and then Walmart is gonna get the Night Force and Night Force. I forget what um, the other sub team is for Cobra. I think it's just called the Night Force 2 on the Cobra side. I'm not too sure. But I don't think the Range Viper has a particular sub team. They just made it exclusive to go along with Big Ben. But Big Ben is part of that Night Force sub team. And so, Walmart's going to get their own exclusive sub team like Target did. But those don't really bother me because, like I said, they are sub teams. And then Target got the Cobra Island kind of story with its characters, and I think that was the only exclusive line that I don't see why they had to make an exclusive out of them, because they had very important characters and troop builders, which were very limited and hard to find. So that was a big mistake on Hasbro and Target for not providing enough stock. But here particularly, I want to focus on, as you can see by my wall, the entire, Walmart 3/4 inch sort of vintage retro carded figures. And, I managed to get all of them, I think so, and as well as the vehicles. But they made it exclusive to only Walmart. And I think that's where Hasbro failed. They only made it for Walmart instead of having it, retail for every other store and, Amazon, online stores, and all that kind of good stuff. Because here are a few examples. You have Star Wars, the vintage retro carded collection. I think it's called the Vintage Collection. And those are sold pretty much in any store, maybe a few exclusive here and there, but for the most part, you can find those anywhere. Best Buy, Amazon, different variety of stores, as well as what's it called? Those weird, very limited posing Marvel Legends that some people buy. Not particularly too knowledgeable on that, but that's another kind of retro carded line that Hasbro has, and it also sells for the most part in general everywhere. But not with G.I. Joe. They made it exclusive to Walmart, and for the most part, they were kind of easy to track down and find them. I had no issue with that. But why make it exclusive, and why not have it available for every other retailer? That way you have more of an opportunity of selling more, and that way, this particular wave of vintage carded 3/4 inch figures would have at least thrived, and they could have at least done a bit more characters, because we got the basics here. Starting from left, we got Cobra, Duke, got Destro, Stalker, Baroness, Lady J. We got our Cobra Trooper and Officer. We got our Grunt, Scarlet, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and a Roadblock. And then, have some few 25th anniversary figures there. But that's all we got out of his line. And a few vehicles too, of course. I have those in box still, so I don't plan on opening them. But why not make it available to more retailers? They could have sold more, a little bit more of cash coming in, and they could have continued this line a bit more. And they're not even bad retro figures or 3/4 inch figures. The articulation is very much updated compared to the old, like these figures that we had gotten previously before. These new ones have some great articulation, and taking a closer look, the accessories were pretty good. Cobra Commander, standard knife and gun, but they each came with the stand and very cool accessories. This Duke head sculpt is kind of questionable for a lot of people, but you get 2 guns, his helmet. Stalker here had a submachine gun and a pistol, knife, and another submachine gun. Destro had a cool briefcase with a buildable kind of sniper rifle. You have Baroness there with a whole bunch of different accessories. Lady J also comes with a bunch of stuff. So yeah, each one of them had a fair amount of accessories, not those at the bottom, but looking at our officer and trooper here, very cool, especially Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. They came with a lot of stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, so they weren't bad figures, they just limited it to Walmart, which I think was one of Hasbro's mistakes. Moving on from the 3/4 inch, we also have our classified 6-inch scaled G.I. Joe figures, also on that retro card, also exclusive to Walmart. Again, another mistake, I think, of making this certain type of packaging line exclusive to just Walmart. They could have had much more success with different retailers selling this exact same wave, but they limited it to Walmart, and I think that it was a mistake. The other mistake that ultimately led to the downfall of this particular line is the card back. It's very flimsy and it creases and folds easily. Knowing that Marvel Legends and Star Wars get that thicker, hard card back, is kind of sad to see that they didn't use that same card back on these guys. So yeah, that's another thing to point out with this wave of figures. They said Snake Eyes and Crimson Guard would be the last ones out of this vintage wave from Walmart. And who knows, maybe we'll see them again with a stronger card back. So as I was saying, maybe allow different retailers to sell this wave as well. This line would have been better and for the best for not only Hasbro but different stores to have more G.I. Joe product on their shelves. Again, some of these figures were hard to find. I believe Storm Shadow and Zartan are the most recent ones and a bit harder to find. Eventually these all do hit shelves and there will be tons. Right now we have a bunch of Baroness and Lady J's on the shelves. I've seen a few Destros and a few Gun-Hos, so you eventually see them on shelves. So there's plenty of stock, but it would still be nice to have different stores sell them so that you don't have to rely too much on Walmart, which is another aspect they fell in when it comes to ordering online. You more than likely will get them warped or creased in some way. I recently got Zartan here, and I have a crease on here, and Storm Shadow wasn't creased, it was just mostly warped. My Baroness also has a crease on here. You can't really see it, but it's there. Destro was fine for the most part. Lady J as well, and Gun-Ho as well. But yeah, they kind of sucked at mailing these figures. But yeah, why not just make other retailers sell them, just like Star Wars and Marvel Legends. They have their own retro carded figures, and for the most part they also sell them in a variety of retailers. But with G.I. Joe here, for some reason they really limited it to Walmart for no reason, and I think that was one mistake from Hasbro. But that would pretty much end it all. I don't know, I thought it was interesting that G.I. Joe keeps getting retro packages, figures limited to Walmart. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. Was it a big mistake of making it Walmart only, or were there other factors that led to these lines discontinuing? Let me know. Curious to know your opinions, but that is something I noticed and thought I would talk about. Anyway, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me ramble on about a pointless topic, and I'll see you guys in another video.